best with the recap, unless someone else wants to give it. Does anyone want to give the recap? For a free inspiration. Free inspiration dice. Only up for grabs. You got it?
Valdric one.
You know the line that you have to start with, Valdric.
Last time on the Wenches, Waydora.
When last we wenched.
Oh.
Last we wenched.
So sorry.
Thank you, Shia.
When last we wenched.
Yes.
How would we ever know if we were manipulated by Vecna?
What is the line to start?
We've found our proof beneath Darrow Manor, buried in a box beneath the wine cellar. Found a copy of the tongues. For some background lore, Vecna was a cult leader who tried to ascend to godhood. I could recall there was something strange about his eye in his hand, but really, you know, villains, they all have weird caveats about them, right? We found a journal entry from Gorindaro in the Book of the Still Tongues, which really, like, keeping your diary in a book like that is so crazy, but good for him. Said that a man came dressed in white. He was hauntingly ethereal, sinister, all-knowing. He offered Gorin a deal. A child, born marked. Okay, beautiful Solara back there, a little marked cutie, little marked princess. He commented on the entity's hands. Always the left, never the right. Gorn speaks of his descent into madness afterwards, and, yeah, that's not great. It doesn't look, you know, fantastic all around for Solara's family, really. I feel like we can keep Solara mostly safe, but, you know, what we really came down to is Vecna, that's gonna have to be a secondary mission, because right now we've got very important things to handle that we can maybe control, and that's going to Wind's Peak to get the air ring.
There it is.
I feel recapped very much. So
Thank
Do
you
you
very
feel
much.
the recap in this Chili's tonight?
I do feel
Yeah.
that. Thank you very much. Take your inspiration die. Very good, very good. Yeah, basically the big hit was you found the diary of Gorindaro, Solara's ancestor. Realize it's also a copy of the Still Tongues. So, I believe we ended the session in the Temple of Kalimvor. You all took a long rest. Some of you kind of paired up with certain people on watches and had some fun discussions. And by the time you actually finished a long rest, because you guys were... all this kind of happened in the middle of the night. So it's probably like noon or 1 by the time you can actually finish a long rest. So you all awake in the church, in the Temple of Kalimvor. Father Zathir is there kind of doing some tasks for the day. It's just him. No one else in the temple at this time. The day is yours. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
Well, I think it's time for us to do a little planar walking to our next destination, right?
yeah, I
A little
don't think
hit
we
of it up.
should stick around here, and I really don't want to keep disguising myself. It's exhausting.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Amulet can get us any closer. I thought we had to climb from here.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Do we need
And
more
so we
rope
should-
or anything for that?
Yeah, are we equipped to be climbing? Also, can I...
Wait for Xander to show up with my dragon.
Yes!
Cannot
Yes.
leave yet.
Very first tryst, we have to wait for Xander and the dragon.
Could do some training. Go.
Yeah, can we do some, let's get down to this to defeat the Huns.
Calliope is interested in learning a bow.
Be a woman!
Learning a bow.
If you start singing, I'm making you do suicides.
Not suicides.
Calliope, you said learning a bow?
Shoot.
Oh, to shoot? Okay. Like a short bow, long bow.
I don't know. What am I proficient in? I haven't gotten that close to looking into it.
I think wizards is like staff, maybe daggers.
I thought I got something from being a half elf for that stuff. I might be wrong though.
It's possible. Can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I have my book. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
Okay.
Because I don't think I get a lot from wizard. I know it is staffs and like darts and slings.
Yes, that sounds right. So I'll say, yeah, you would need to. I would allow doing some extensive training with the bow with the right person to be able to learn how to use the bow. In this small village of Wind's Peak, not sure if you'll be able to find someone with that type of training capability.
Whoa, I'm proficient.
Unless it's Anya. Unless it's Anya. Anya, do you have a bow?
I have a light crossbow.
Okay. Amazing.
I also have a bow. I don't think I'm very proficient. I don't know if I'm actually proficient. I can't remember.
Or like wait, or any
Listen,
of us.
we can show you how to kind of use a bow.
I mean, kinda would work. It can be something that can be tabled for now. It is something that I do want to. That Calliope for sure is interested in. Because I'm not proficient in bows currently, so.
I mean, is our bows a simple weapon? Or no? What are bows?
I think they're simple. Longbows and
'Cause
short bows, I think, are simple.
Because I'm proficient in all simple weapons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I feel like Anya would definitely. She's the girl. I've been taught by some nobodies out in the village peaks of Wind's Peak, you know. Anya's had the professionals teach her. Even if she doesn't like to use a bow, you know she could make a shot.
I know how to use every weapon, okay?
She's a fighter.
I'm proficient in literally all simple and martial weapons, so...
She's teaching each of us with her hands and 1 foot.
Yuri made sure my training was thorough.
So you guys want to go find a spot to kind of train?
Yeah.
Training montage. Did we decide? Does anyone have a bow other than a crossbow, or a bow that the type of bow
I have just a regular bow, just a regular little.
Like a short bow or a long bow?
I think it's a short bow. I don't actually remember. Maybe I have a crossbow. I don't remember what I have. It's written down somewhere.
We're so talented, guys.
Amazing.
Yeah, I do have I have some
Well,
type
what
of
is-
bow. I don't ever use it. I'm just like, I always miss those shots and get mad, so I stopped using Guiding bolt.
I was gonna say you got guiding bolt as kind of your
yeah, like
your
why
go-to.
would I? Like, it's, you know, that was Garrick's thing.
Could we borrow some, like a regular bow from someplace?
I'll just give her mine.
Is it a
Here,
okay?
Calliope.
So Calliope, are you
it-
trying to learn with a short or a long?
Oh yeah, sorry, if it matters.
Does it, what is the...
We'll say you have a short bow.
Yeah, I definitely don't have
it's
a
just
long bow.
basically just the range. I don't know if there's any damage difference. It's mainly just the range that it has.
It's a bit of a difference for damage.
I've seen how quickly you fall in battle, Calliope. You need to start with the short bow.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's see
I guess.
here. Wow. That's very
And, like,
fair.
look, learning the bow is a step in the right direction because magic doesn't always work. We're getting there.
Okay, the
I
longbow.
thought you would be proud of me, Anya. I've taken initiative.
I am.
The short bow is a simple weapon, 1d6 piercing, range is 80 by 320, and then the longbow is a martial ranged weapon, and that gets you up to 1d8 piercing.
Heard.
But it's also heavy. And let me see, I think heavy... okay. A creature that is small or tiny has disadvantage on attack rolls with heavy weapons. So as long as I think all
I'm
of you are
not
just
small or
medium.
tiny.
Yeah, all of you are medium based. Valdrick's getting dangerously close to. If she keeps going to the Feywild and growing ahead, she'll get dangerously
Growing
close to
3
large.
inches.
No,
What
she's
you
6'6".
trying to say?
That's typical. She's 6'6". That's medium. But
She's a tall girl.
when you had the first time when you got tall, it was like it's getting close to. But yeah, so we'll say you have access to a short bow. If you want a long bow, you might have to do some shopping or looting
Okay.
of the like. Because I don't think any of you.
That's
actually
not
have.
pressing. I feel like I just want to start and get the feel of it, and then if it goes well, then we go find a longbow and buy it.
Okay.
This is just so we're not as pushed towards one thing.
All right. You guys get ready for the day. You leave the temple and go find a place to kind of do some sparring. Out into the cold. It's not as windy as this is making it out to seem. It's just a typical day on Wind's Peak. You guys are, like I said, the Temple of Kalimvor is kind of secluded away from Wind's Peak, so it's like the temple and the graveyard, and then there's a long path that kind of goes up to the rest of the village. So you're kind of secluded enough that you could just find a spot easy enough and do some training. So for the kind of montage scene, Calliope, if I could just have you make 3 dexterity checks. I will create a DC in my head, and then Anya, you'll make some rolls. I'm trying to think how I want, because it's depending on how good of a teacher you are. So it'd be more like we'll say charisma. Like how
God.
are you giving constructive criticism? Are you just yelling at her and telling her and making her feel like she's an idiot? I mean, obviously
Wait,
you're not,
Valdrick's
but
there to like interpret the mean bits. She's like, what she actually means is.
yeah.
No, I mean, I had good teachers that, like, equipped me. Like, if someone's
Mhm.
willing to learn, I'm not gonna be mean.
No. But just the general like energy. Sometimes you can try to be teaching and just get a little impatient. So just with Anya's charisma, we're gonna make a check. You're gonna make 3 charisma checks, Anya.
Okay, alright.
I'm doing dexterity.
Haven't-
Yes,
So-
dexterity for Calliope.
Would you stop it, Mooney?
Just pure charisma.
Yep, straight charisma. That's it.
18 for my first one.
Okay.
Got a 13.
Come here. That's a 15. And that last one's a 12.
16.
Okay. For this first training session, the average DC needed to be met was 15, and you needed 2 successes. You got 1 success. So basically, the first, the first kind of couple steps, Anya's kind of just. It's like drinking from a fire hydrant. Like, she's just giving so much information, and it's just so flat. But she's giving everything that she knows, and Calliope's like trying to pick up on some of it. Your first shot, actually, your first couple shots are actually not bad at all. You hit the edges of the target, whatever target you've set up to shoot at. As the training goes on, Anya, gets a little impatient. Calliope gets a little nervous, and it's not bad, but there's not much progression. So, not a bad day, first day of training. The next time that you guys do this, you'll spend a couple more hours, and the DC will be lower. But you do spend a couple hours doing this. So to get proficient, it'll take some time, but you've got a teacher. She's proficient, so I'll allow it. But yeah, not a bad day. First day of training. It's probably getting close to supper time with that long night that you guys had. So what do you want to do from here?
We don't know how long it's gonna take Xander to get here, do we? We weren't sure on that.
Unless one of you
Reaches back out.
Yeah, Valdrick's gonna send a
ETA?
message. Hey man, taking so long. Small feet. How long till here? XOXO. Valdrick.
You don't hear anything back, but Anya, you feel your sunblade hilt getting warm. And I forget what we determined. Tiernan can respond in Draconic, I mean, he's...
I think you can speak both. I can understand him either way.
Okay. I mean, we'll say that you've been working with Tiernan to teach, to help him speak and everything, because he's still close, he's not too developed after being a hatchling not too long ago. So I'm just gonna he's a very, very young dragon. So English is broken, Draconic broken, but you speak to him nonetheless, and he responds, "Where are you?"
I'll say they're close.
She's
Hell
giddy.
yeah.
She's like giddy to see her child.
Who's they?
Oh, I said that out loud.
Oh, you said that to the wenches?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'll say, I missed you. I'm so excited you're back.
In the distance, you do see a larger black dragon being ridden by a cloaked red and black figure, and then followed closely in tow behind, coming up over the horizon, flying up the mountain. You do see a smaller obsidian dragon.
Oh yeah.
Xander, Xerxes, and Tiernan on the horizon.
We got all the boyfriends together now. Want everybody together.
Tiernan finally lands, and you notice the first thing about him is he's grown a little bit, and just most people might not notice, but his owner and bonded companion would definitely notice even the subtle growth. Tail has started to grow. It initially just had some kind of bumps on it, and now the bumps have kind of sharpened out into actual spikes on the tail. Grown a little bit longer, and as he lands, and kind of lands, kind of rubs up on you.
I'm gonna rub him back. You're flying so well. And look at those spikes.
And kind of stands up on his hind legs and gives a good beat of the wings to try to show off his wing growth.
Valdrick sheds a tear.
So beautiful.
Xander dismounts as Xerxes morphs back into a human as they land, and Xander kind of is watching from afar, almost like a smirk on his face, almost like a proud father.
So gay. I'm obsessed with it. I love this.
Yeah, we were a little worried you weren't gonna find it here. You found it. You were okay? Because he didn't seem to know, like, where this was.
Yeah.
A dragon rider always knows.
Okay. All right. Well,
Maybe it was your
Not
heart.
cryptic
Maybe
at all.
I would say he was following his heart, you guys.
write that down immediately. We love that. Yeah. All right. We're on a mission. And we're all together. I'm
band's all
really
here.
pleased. Yeah, the band's all here! You guys, we cannot fail. With this much friendship around us, we are bound to succeed. Let's go up that mountain.
Well, okay. Let's just get there.
I don't know. I don't know if Diamor and Cabers have actually met Xander Xerxes yet. I don't think
so.
I don't think they've had a meeting yet.
Oh, well.
This
So there's
is
these
my
four
boyfriend, Diamor. That's Solara's boyfriend, Gabe. This is Anya's Xander. Our Xander.
Xander,
This is Xander.
who lied to us.
Who? Yes. That is very important to remember. I do agree. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Could be worse. Could have watched you for your whole life.
Ooh. This could be worse. He could have left you in the night. No, car gone. Could have died. You could have been seen.
Take a step back.
And it's entirely gold bolts.
Anyway, it sounds like you three will have a lot to talk
I just
about.
imagine Calliope standing back there going, "This is awkward."
Can we
I'm
as the one
petting my
create
cat.
the D&D equivalent of howlers in we would get
Ooh.
such
I would love to
Oh.
send some howlers.
Yes, please.
like
Baldric's a bard. I feel like that magic should be able to make magic letters for us
Yeah.
that scream, right?
Yeah.
Bard and wizard working together.
All right. So these
Anyway.
these NPCs meet each other, and I guess I have to talk to myself.
Now you.
All right, Chris.
Talk to yourself.
Xander walks up to Diamor slowly, kind of with Xerxes in tow. Kind of gives him a one up. You could do better. And he turns his back. He looks at Valdric while he says that and turns his back. And you hear in the distance this deep rumbling of a thunder. Boom, crackles kind of in the background. And Diamor says, "Excuse you," and puts his hand on his shoulder and turns him around. "She has done better. What about you?" Kind of lifts up his arm, and Xander's not really a strong dude. Most of his strength is in dexterity. His strength is actually like a 0. It's like a 10, the score plus 0. So he's a more agile than he is, but he's very lean, and still just kind of has a smirk on his face. And as he turns around, Xander says to Diamor, "So, is that your boyfriend?" Kind of looks over at Cabris, and Cabris at this point goes from human form to shooting his wings out of his back and lets out his full blackened wings, lets his cape off and goes like
Missing contest, yeah!
half demon form. His horns start to grow out and shadows start to come out of his robe and starts to kind of curl around.
Stop. I'm telling him to stop.
Get
Please.
6 out next!
Please stop, or I'm gonna ask you to
Everyone
leave.
pulls their decks out.
Stop.
Let's
We-
go!
I do not
I'll get the
like
measuring
that.
tape!
That's for battles only. This isn't a battle right now, okay?
So
Cabris just kind of moves Diamor out of the way, and then Xerxes kind of moves Xander out of the way, and Xerxes goes into his dragon form, just the wings, and lets his wings out. And they literally are just comparing wings right now, and that's whenever you guys are like, stop.
Wingspans! We're measuring wingspans!
Oh my god.
This is incredible.
I don't know if it's
in my
cringe
wildest
or-
dreams.
Oh my god.
Where were
I'm
you?
questioning why we're bringing any of these boys with us right now.
They're gonna
Zan-
be big as hell.
Xander says, and where were you bozos when we were in the Feywild and fighting monsters, saving the world? You all were off at the circus.
Yeah, very good question.
When I got taken to the Nine House. Or
Yeah.
wherever I went.
An even better question.
I was saving your
Where were any
dragon.
of you when I got taken to the abyss?
Yeah, to be
I don't
fair,
think we're gonna start the road.
the
you're
brothers
right, so
definitely deserve the
it's
worst
okay.
of it.
Fair. Xander, you're not off the hook.
I was saving your dragon when you were in the abyss. I knew you could take care of yourself.
Valdrick has fallen back with like some snacks.
I'm stealing snacks from you while I shake my head, going, what the fuck?
Anya is sending
Oh, wow.
Rosalie to bed. Threatening Rosalie to bed.
Backslash some
Eat your
threat.
pizza rolls. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
If those boys get any closer to one another, I'm putting a wall of force between them. I hope we're all aware of this.
I think that we should take it one step at a time here. Anya, do you still have the oil of slipperiness?
Why, yes, I do.
Alright, I think that we can settle this with a good old fashioned fight.
No.
Oh no, the stupid things emptied all of those out, didn't they?
Alright.
This week on D and Diddy.
Alright, we gotta get up the mountain. Yeah, behave yourselves. If you can't behave yourself, you'll be banished. Banished.
Okay, so we're going with the climb now, or are we like flying?
Yeah, is it a climb or can I use the amulet to go up more? It might have been a panicked Wind's Peak, so I might still be able to get us up further.
So, with the amulet, it will take you to any plane of existence. So this technically would be the elemental plane of air. Specifically, you're trying to get to the specific city in the clouds that is above Wind's Peak, fabled, called Zephyros. So, using the amulet would kind of be a risk because you're going to the plane, but you have no idea where it's going to put you.
So
If
it's
you were
either
to,
just a climb.
yeah, climbing would take longer and would be easier, climbing would take longer and would be harder, but it would get you at a more accurate spot. So it's kind of up to you guys how you guys want to do it. Also, there is that DC of 15 roll that you have to make.
Yeah.
And of course, if
Also,
you
I
bust
can only
that-
take like 8 people, right? There's a limit on how many people I can take.
That's true. Yeah, plane shift is, I think plane shift is a maximum of 8 people, which, if it's 8 creatures, then you've also got to consider Tiernan, Margaret. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a limit on how many people. I don't have it written in my notes, but I vaguely remember that, and we currently have more than 8 with Miss Margaret.
Can we take a little stroll up the mountainside?
My evil thought was for like the girls to go up and then like the boys climb immediately.
I was gonna say, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but
I mean,
what if they get some bonding time walking up the mountain and we just...
Or one of them gets pushed off the mountain. From
Well,
what we just witnessed.
That'd be fine.
Cape can fly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, most of them have falling or flying abilities. That'd be
Yeah, if anything, they can mostly fly up there. Can Diamor fly?
fine. Yeah, he's gonna fly.
Okay, they can literally fly most of the way. Easy peasy. It'll take them less time.
Yeah, can we just go?
But he's right, we don't know where we'll end up
Oh,
on that
that's true.
plane.
That's
Oh,
true.
okay, okay.
So while going up the mountains harder,
I was wrong. So you can specify a target destination in the plane. So if you say Zephyros, you're not sure where in Zephyros it'll put you, but it is a little bit more accurate than I thought.
Okay.
We can deal with
Okay,
being
then.
popped up randomly in a town.
But it is 8 willing creatures, so that would be...
I'll make a note of that.
Okay, like in the
Yes,
tow
Laura,
ring,
me.
I'm gonna say
Calliope.
we could lie and tell them that we can bring one more if you guys want to bring one of the guys, but if not, we can just let them all figure it out.
They can all figure it out. They'll be fine.
Okay, alright.
What do you want? I
Well,
have.
big boys. They can think about what they've done on the way.
True, okay. Alright, guys, so y'all are gonna have to clean up. Unfortunately, the amulet, it's maxed out, and it just makes more sense for you guys to fly up.
Yeah.
Just reach
Also-
out when you get there.
Yeah, it's a little more diplomatic to split up. There's a lot of us. You guys, very intimidating. Very big, clunky, scary. Ooh, shadow daddies, okay? So if you walk and meet us there, I think that would be better.
So-
We, very stealthy, I say as I jingle things across my chest just by moving.
Xerxes is already morphing fully back into the dragon form, and Xander gets the hint, puts his mask over the bottom half of his face, pulls his hood up, and hops upon his dragon, and they start to fly towards the tallest mountain.
Didn't even say bye.
That's so fucking rude.
Rude.
Alright,
Alright,
let's
Do you
hold
want to, give
tinkies.
a Calliope like a bardic inspo or anything?
Yeah, baby, you
Or-
want a little bardic? I'm gonna smack her right on the ass. You've been doing great. Really loved what you did with the training montage.
We've got to make it on. We've got to make it.
Tiernan also kind of sees them take off and the mounting and everything, and kind of turns around and looks up at Anya sheepishly, and kind of scratches at the snow underneath his talon, and kind of like gets low, as if like inviting you to mount and ride.
How long do you think it would take to fly where we're going?
Give me you up there.
Yeah. You wanna go ride?
We're not gonna listen. It's a
Feel the
fly-
wind through your hair.
Just out there.
Now,
Okay.
are you level 5 yet in Dragon Rider?
No, but you said
Oh yeah.
before I got kidnapped to the abyss that I can ride Tiernan but not in combat.
Yes. Ooh.
'Cause I was flying.
She's
him
so
when we got
red.
circus.
Flying.
I understand. All right.
So,
Okay. Yeah, because
It's
you
1d10, Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Fateborn, you kind of flew around and did some maneuvers. So this will be your second
Maneuver.
time riding Tiernan. All right, so Miss Margaret, Calliope, Valdric, and Solara are going to take the amulet. Xander and Xerxes have already flown off. Anya and Tiernan are going to fly up. You kind of follow close behind Xander and Xerxes. Anya, you try to catch up. And then the demon boys both sprout their wings, and Diamor unveiling his kind of bluish, dark bluish wings, and Cabris his blackened shadow wings. They're a little bit more thin, look more withered, but definitely gives them the ability to fly, and they both kind of take off as well.
I got an 18.
All right, 18 for the amulet. That is a success. So, you pull out the amulet. I think we decided that it was... So, plane shift is an action, but I think we decided that when using it with the amulet, I am making you use a ritual kind of deal. Well, no, because you guys were in the abyss and you used the amulet to blink out of there, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we
what-
hadn't talked about it. It was just like an instant
Yeah, it's
I made the roll.
Valdrick's necklace that takes her to Phantasma. That's a ritual 10-minute spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, the amulet is an instant. So you gather around. Valdrick pulls out the amulet, or sorry, Calliope pulls out the amulet in one hand, her spellbook in the other, and kind of at the same time grasping her wand, mutters the incantation under her breath, and eyes begin to glow, and your world around you evaporates as you again are spun through time and space, and are being teleported. Anya and Tiernan, Xander and Xerxes, the four of you, Xander and Anya upon your dragons, you begin to fly over Wind's Peak, and quickly enough you get to a point where the snow and the kind of low cloud coverage covers the rest of the village. It's not a large village. You fly over top of the switchback market that kind of goes up the side of the mountain just a bit, and then you get to the actual mountain where it starts to really climb, and this is where the altitude, you can really feel why this is the tallest peak in all of Waydora. Your breath begins to get thin. It kind of feels, with each drawn in breath, it's thinner and thinner. It kind of hurts your vocal cords because it's also getting cold. You're becoming wind whipped, but I'm assuming are you using the goggles that Xander gifted you? Do you what is Anya's pride level looking like here? This is for this moment right here.
What's
This is
the bar?
because you're getting wind whipped.
I would say I haven't used them up to this point. I'm probably rethinking that decision right now.
Yeah, you get the hint that if you were to go on any farther and knowing that you have to continue climbing altitude, you're going to either start taking levels of exhaustion or cold damage, or if you climb high enough, both.
Okay, put the goggles on.
Okay, you put the goggles on reluctantly, and you're kind of behind Xander and Xerxes, so you're hoping that he doesn't see. You just kind of put the goggles on real quick, very much against your will, but it definitely helps. You can see so much clearer. It's like going underwater and opening your eyes, and going underwater and opening your eyes with goggles on. It's like night and day. You're like, oh my gosh, and you can really see like Waydora at its finest. Wind is still whipping. It's still very cold, but you at least have face coverage. As you begin to climb and climb, the mountain range becomes less and less forested and more just rock and jagged edge and cliff and snow. And you guys are kind of flying, not at breakneck speed, from bottom to top at a 90-degree angle. You're kind of just doing a little serpentine. You're kind of just following Xander and Xerxes and how he's flying, just kind of almost like a switchback to kind of alleviate some of that pressure off your dragon, especially Tiernan. This is a tough climb for Tiernan. I think even we might need to just make a roll for him. If you want to make a roll, it would just be athletics. I don't know does your dragon have a full stat block, or is it just certain stats?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll athletics for Tiernan.
13.
Okay. And for any rolls that you make for your dragon, I'll allow you to use your inspiration die to add to it if you want. Same with Miss Margaret and Calliope. Yeah. If for whatever reason Miss Margaret ever needs to make a roll.
Miss Margaret.
Miss Margaret. I wish you guys could have met Miss Margaret. So what'd you say, Charlotte?
Is that your way of telling me I should use inspiration?
No, I'm just general rule of thumb before I tell you what happens, if you would like.
Okay. Nope, I don't have any, so
Great.
should have done the recap.
So, okay, so Tiernan is definitely struggling. As you climb higher and higher, the altitude seems to be getting to him, and he kind of has to cling to one of the rocks and kind of catch his breath. As you're kind of clung to the side, your thighs are burning because of how you don't realize how much muscle it takes to really like grip the back of this dragon, even with the help of the saddle and everything strapped in. Steam columns are shooting from Tiernan's nose as he's taking a minute, and Xander and Xerxes you kind of see fade out, but they turn back and Xerxes lands on one of the rocks beside you.
I'm gonna telepathically say to Tiernan, like, you're doing great. I'm so impressed. You worked so hard. Just take as long as you need.
Xander pulls his mask off and kind of shouts through the wind. It's actually now like blizzard type weather up here, and he kind of shouts, "How's the little fellow doing? Is he all right?"
Jess needs to take a breather.
We can take a breather for a short time, but I fear there are creatures above. I stumbled across a nest of some sort.
Can we go around? Avoid it?
Perhaps. We can avoid the nest, but I'm not sure if we can avoid what built it. We must remain vigilant and quiet.
You heard him, Tiernan. Whenever you're ready.
All right. You wait about 3 minutes, and Tiernan, breathing kind of steadies, and he leaps off the side of the rock, and you begin to take flight again. So, with Tiernan hearing that knowledge, I need you, the four of you, to make stealth rolls if you're trying to be stealthy.
Stealth. Stealth
I
fly.
have another idea for stealth. I would like to turn Tiernan invisible, because anything Tiernan is carrying also becomes invisible.
Ooh. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away.
I literally just looked that up.
Okay, fair enough. So
She's a cultured queen.
So you just have invisibility?
Yeah, it's one of my spells.
Okay. I think. How much does that cost? Because I don't know if invisibility has a cost to it.
Don't I have a spellcasting thing, so I don't need the components?
Unless it costs actual gold and there's a price added to it.
Yeah. What the wizard said.
As the person who has to buy $250 dragon statues for one of her things.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very sad.
Eyelash used in gum Arabic.
Okay. Yeah, so that does not cost any gold. So basically, when for spells, like for those components, like the eyelash or whatever, you would just, during your times in like cities or just kind of out in the wild, you kind of like, for sake of time, we just assume that you kind of carouse and grab the components that you need and put them in a safekeeping spot. It's whenever like you need like for Solara, if she needs to cast Revivify, it's like a 1,000 gold piece diamond. She needs to spend 1,000 gold pieces in a city somewhere and get a diamond. But everything else, there's MasterCard. Anyways, so
Okay.
you are invisible
Right.
because
I
Tiernan
would
is
warn
invisible.
telepathically. I would warn Tiernan and say, "This is what I'm gonna do," so he's not just all of a sudden.
Blip. Okay. All right, both of you roll stealth with advantage.
Okay.
And also roll a stealth roll for Xander Xerxes. So you're going to roll like 6 times.
Okay. I rolled a 19.
Okay. Why don't you make all your rolls and just kind of write them down somewhere? And I'm going to skip over to the rest of the wenches. Valdric, Calliope, and Solara, and Miss Margaret. You all go through space and time and go from cold to being even colder, and you're trying to draw breath while you're going through space and time, and you finally it goes from dark to light, and you see nothing around you except for mist and air and just bright white, and you realize there's nothing holding your feet, and like a cartoon going over the cliff, you look down and you begin to plummet, all of you.
Fuck.
Oh, do you have featherfall?
I don't think so. I don't think I even have fly.
Can I do a perception check?
Where am I going?
As I'm about to start, as I'm falling?
Uh,
Realization?
Oh yeah, no, I got nothing to help.
sure,
with this.
go for it.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Oh my god. Like, I'm not 20 if that does anything. But I don't know, I'm just trying to be like, oh my god, I don't know, just just any information as to like, why would be falling, or,
What's going on?
are we gonna fall to our deaths?
Yes.
Are we just gonna like, poof, and then like, you know, I don't know. I would be
I
being
was
from Wind's Peak, maybe I'd know something. I got a nat 20 though, so whatever that means.
Okay, my gosh. Okay, we'll say during your time in Winds Peak, you obviously spent a lot of time looking up at this glorious mountain that you grew up beside. Just kind of on the rare days where you would get a clear sky and it's not snowing and being crazy, you could see the peak of Winds Peak. It is very, 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 very high up. Your village already is high enough at a high enough altitude, and it continues to go. You know that the very top is snow-kissed. There's no trees whatsoever. It's just rock and snow. So it's clear. But yeah, I would say, so as you're falling, you do see, you're probably falling for a solid like 20 seconds at this point before your perception kicks in, and you fall through one of the clouds. 30 seconds maybe goes by, and you just kind of dive through one of the clouds, and now you have full view of Waydora in its entirety, as far as your eye can see. It's clear for a brief time, and there's patches of clouds that are kind of blocking certain things. You're still above some of the clouds, but you do see the mountain of Winds Peak. So this amulet seemed to have teleported you directly above in a cloud somewhere. There was no structure that you could see. Seemingly in Zephyros, unless the spell went wrong, you're not really sure. But you're plummeting straight for the mountain.
I cast Fly,
Okay.
and I grab Calliope and Solara.
Okay. Alright, so you cast Fly. Alright, go ahead and make an acrobatics check, I think.
Good. 18 plus 7.
Okay, 25. So you cast Fly, and you kind of sprout these ethereal wings as you kind of gain your bearings. Slow down for a second as your two friends begin to plummet, and you shoot straight down using your wings to kind of boost you. You grab Solara by the tip of her shield, and you kind of bring her in. You kind of float over now to Calliope, grab her by the neck of her cloak, and you bring her in, and you begin to kind of slowly float down. And now at this point, all three of you can see Xander and Xerxes kind of slowly in the distance, it's like a black speck to your perspective, getting closer and closer, kind of slowly flying around the mountain.
Are we falling?
If you're casting fly now, you passed your check, so it all depends on you caught them, you slowed them down, and now it depends if you want to be falling or not.
I guess I'm gonna follow the flop because we fell out of the sky. So, what else can we do? And so I'm gonna go join up with everybody else.
Okay. You kind of float down towards the mountain's peak, and you see Xander Xerxes now coming into view. You don't see Anya and Tiernan. You see two other winged creatures kind of circling the mountain. Not sure. You kind of float down a little bit closer to try to get a closer look, and from there you see two more specks, but they're kind of standing on a mountain's ledge, and you realize that is Diamor and Cabris, and you realize that those other two winged creatures that you saw were not Diamor and Cabris. They were something else.
Oh no! Can I perception? Can we perception?
What are they? Yeah, I feel like we would try to look closer at them.
Yeah, I feel like if we all have this moment at the same time, we would then all go, well, what the fuck was that?
It's either that or it's shoot first, ask questions later, which I feel like is a bad idea.
Yeah, make a perception check, and also, are you trying to hover kind of above the peak, or are you trying to land on the peak? There's probably.
I guess I'm gonna go try to join Diamor and Cabris.
Okay. They're probably 10 feet below the actual tip of this mountain. The tip of the mountain probably has like a rounded peak, maybe 7-8 feet in diameter, that could barely fit all of you. And then there's like a big ledge of drop off that they're kind of standing on. That's kind of like a overhang. They're avoiding the wind and the whipping of the snow. So what's your perception that you rolled?
22.
Okay, 22. You're getting flashbacks of your early adventuring with Calliope, and the thing that started this whole thing in the first place, the giant peryton that took the life of Calliope that you had to make a deal with your god, and all of that. Huge
I'm gonna die.
God.
winged
You're not
creature.
gonna die.
You realize that they are, they look like birds to your perspective, but you just realize that you're really high up, and as you're kind of getting a little bit closer to the peak, you see they're what looks like a circular kind of structure. It looks like a dot in your perspective down on one of the ledges of the mountain, and these two creatures kind of circle over top of it. Massive wingspan, probably, oh my gosh, 200 feet wingspan, both of them. Kind of a dark bluish purple neck that goes back. From here it's kind of hard to make out any other features. Once in a while it'll flap its wings, and the underside of its wings are white feathered, but the top, the main like bone part is black, and then the top part of the wings are like blue, darkish blue, purple. It's got a big red floofy tail behind it that kind of steers it as a rudder. and they don't seem to be noticing or doing anything, making any motion, just circling what looks to be maybe their nest.
I imagine Baldric is already imagining plucking all those feathers later.
Yeah. Do I have to dive past them to get to the boys?
No, the boys are
Above them.
kind of. The boys are actually above them, and like I said, kind of 10 feet below where you guys are at, and they seem to have noticed the birds as Diamor kind of looks up at you, and just puts his finger to his mouth.
I mean, I'm gonna try to be as stealthy as I can, holding my friends.
I
jiggling from the side.
immediately hit my magic tattoo quietly and put mage armor on myself, looking at those birds. I'm like, no.
As soon as I touch down, I want to cast invisibility on Calliope.
Okay. All right. So Solara, Valdric, and Calliope all make stealth rolls. Calliope, you don't have to roll for the blink cat, but just you get advantage for yourself since you're invisible. And as you guys are kind of looking down, you see that these two monstrous bird-like creatures are flying in between you and Xander and Xerxes. Still no sight of Anya and Tiernan.
Like sharks in the water, dude.
Speaking of which, switching back to Anya real quick. What are your rolls here for stealth?
Anya rolls an 8. Tiernan rolled a 23.
Okay.
Xander rolled a 22. Xerxes rolled an 18.
All right. Okay. Anya and Tiernan, you kind of creep up slowly, doing your serpentine flight. Tiernan's beating his wings sparsely to try to make as least noise as possible. Then again, the wind whipping at this point is really, really helping provide cover for sound and muffle any sounds that you guys are making. So you get the sense that you're not noticed by these two massive creatures. Anya, from your point of view, you're looking up at these creatures. You see the white underside of these feathered wings, like I said, 200 foot in diameter. From tip to tip of the wings. It has a white kind of feathered underbelly that leads to these massive talons, red kind of skin that forms into these blackened talons, three spikes each. It has a beautiful like light blue, purple, dark blue kind of colored neck that leads up to his head, and its face has like red feathers going this way, and it leads into a golden beak, kind of screeching above. Both of them flying circles. One of them kind of lands in what looks like to be its nest. As you're creeping a little bit closer and closer, 50 feet, 100 feet, you're climbing and climbing. You see that this nest is huge, pirate ship kind of huge, and the pirate ship kind of comes to your mind because as you get a closer look, you see that this nest is not made of just like sticks and logs or whatever. It's like made of broken caravan pieces with a tarp that's been ripped, broken ship masts from different galleys and long ships. You're kind of now probably 300 feet from this thing as you fly higher and higher, trying to keep a close. You're able to fly more than Xander and Xerxes are. Xander and Xerxes are not invisible, so they're kind of leaping from rock to rock, different ledge. Luckily, a lot of what's not snow covered is blackened rock, and so Xander and Xerxes are using this to their advantage and just kind of hopping from black section to black section, trying to blend in with the rock. What do you want to do from here?
I'm gonna say through the toe rings. Do you guys see these giant birds?
I mean, yeah, the giant. These are the things that killed Calliope. I've got beef with these motherfuckers.
Artemis, I want to drop a fireball on them.
I'm imagining a nice, like, feather plume. You know?
I just want one feather. The rest you can have.
I pull the feather from my hair of the one that killed Calliope. I've got one. I'm gonna get more.
Their nest is about as big as the actual ship.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Do you think there's more? Or do you think it's just the two of them?
I want to see the two.
Are we fucking killing them?
I would have to land. Tyranid can't fly.
Oh, yeah.
Not to where we are.
I'm on my way. We're invisible. To try to avoid detection.
Good.
Keep flying up.
All right. You keep flying. Excuse me. And you're kind of side-eyeing these two massive creatures as you go, and you realize now that they are much bigger than even the giant peryton that attacked Calliope. These creatures are maybe from the same school of prey, but definitely much bigger. You continue flying, and as you kind of get about eye level, you notice two things. One, there are 3 massive eggs in this nest, probably the size of human, each one, 5 foot, 6 foot in height. One of the creatures, the bird creature, has landed in the nest and is kind of keeping a lookout, is kind of tending to the nest, and seemed to have had like a big log in its beak, and it's kind of putting it to the side, building up one of the sides of the nest. And you realize on the back of this creature, now that you get a closer look, is some sort of makeshift, really barbaric looking saddle.
Oh no. That's not great, right?
I don't see like any evidence of a person or humanoid around the giant ship nest.
You can make another perception check.
Ooh. And what perception is that? Well, I rolled a 15 on a 2, so
Okay. Yeah, you look around and you don't necessarily see any humanoid or any other creature really. It's just this one bird who's kind of landed in the nest and is kind of tending to the nest, and this other bird who's kind of just circling above. Do you want to investigate further, or do you want to try to stealth past and reunite with your friends?
I will stealth past because I don't want to get
Okay.
I don't want to get into the battle on turn.
Okay. Go ahead and make one last stealth check. This will be, again, Xander and Xerxes will make their own, and then you and Tiernan can make yours at advantage. And invisibility lasts, is it 10 minutes or 1
Yeah.
minute? An hour? Oh, wow.
Oh, is it an hour? Damn.
There you go. I think it's concentration, though. That's the catch in combat.
That's why I landed.
Yep. By the way, switching back to you 3 at the mountaintop, you also made stealth checks.
Oh.
What you got? Clapper, you had yours at advantage.
Yes, I got an 18.
18. Okay.
I got a 9.
Got a 9. Were you rolling at disadvantage because of your jingle jangles?
Yes.
I'll say at this distance, the wind whipping is loud enough to cover that. So just go ahead and forget the 2 rolls that you made. Just make 1 flat roll.
Okay. 15.
15. And Solara?
Sorry.
And then what about the boys, if you guys want to roll for Diamor and Cabris as well? Because they're also
14.
there. 14.
Shadow ready.
I'm glaring at those birds.
Oh gosh. Damor has a -1 in stealth. So
Is this a knock situation where he pees on a tree loudly?
he got an 8.
Got an 8. Okay. And then Amber, if you could roll for Cabris. If you have his stat sheet.
I have it in our text messages.
Don't have it near.
It wasn't a good roll on the dice, so
Oh,
and it's
gosh.
stealth.
I think Cabris actually is pretty good with
Yeah,
stealth.
okay, that's a 14.
14.
Okay. Thank you, got +7.
He
Okay.
is the shadows.
It's not even, still not great, but hopefully it's not.
Okay. Valdric and Calliope and Solara, you land kind of at the very top of Wind's Peak. You are at the tallest point in Waydora by land. And
My life.
you kind of gain your bearings. You make sure that you're all just kind of stable as you're keeping an eye on these 2 bird-like creatures. Diamor and Cabris have already kind of landed before you, and they're on that ledge below you, maybe 10, 15 feet. As he looks up and he's doing this, you see his right foot slips, and a bit of rubble, rock, and snow falls. As it starts to fall and lands dangerously close to this nest. You kind of freeze for a second as you're peering over the edge. The birds don't seem to have noticed, but what you didn't see before is a tall, humanoid creature kind of leans over and looks at this rock and snow that landed, and it looks like he's about to look up, and he goes,
Oh no!
and he you hear a whip crack. Whoosh! Massive whip hits this bird as the bird screeches. And the bird then bows really, really low, and you see out from under another ledge a cloud giant. Bright blue hair, very short, kind of into a faux hawk, really lightish bluish skin, got a vest, like a green kind of teal vest, huge arms, kind of stomps out onto this ledge and then into the nest, whips it again, grabs the front of the saddle, hoists a leg over it,
Oh no.
and whips it again, and kind of points, and this bird starts to take off in your direction.
Oh! This is fucking terrible. Fucking great. You know?
This is wonderful.
This is exactly the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Alright.
Anya and Tiernan, you see this happen, and you see this creature walk out and mount this bird, and they both kind of take off The other bird is still kind of circling, but now is a little bit more deliberate with its searching and is kind of interested in where this bird's going.
Do you think the ring is in the nest? They left. I could go check.
Oh my god. Wait, is this technically the Wind Kingdom?
Well, maybe.
Do we feel like this is this Wind Kingdom territory?
The only inkling that you would get from that, I guess, knowing whether it is or not, is the fact that you, seemingly Calliope had the amulet and said, elemental plane of air, specifically Zephyros. You know, that was what the spell basically was that she commanded. And so it put you up here. I mean, it put you above it, and then you kind of started following, but wherever it put you in this cloud, seemingly was this city. So you're not sure. It could be part of it. It could be the city itself.
Yeah, fucking get in there and see what's going on. Have we fought a giant before? Anya, I feel like maybe you should come up here first. Maybe you should demount the dragon.
Didn't we fight a giant in the Feywild? Or was it something else?
Is it storm giant?
Yeah, wasn't that a storm giant?
I thought it was a storm fury. Am I wrong?
What you fought in the
thing that
Feywild,
shattered 7 foot.
that was a
We did.
tempest.
Eddie,
Ah.
right?
Oh,
No, Yeti was in the circus.
yeah, the thing that shattered Seven Fur was the Tempest, the Elder Tempest. That's what it was. It's basically this big cyclone. You fought fire giants before at the season 1 finale on Dread Island. They were the lieutenants of Kessa. I think they were half giant, half fire giant, half dragonborn. For whatever reason, that's where my brain went at that time.
Nice.
So.
Yeah,
But
I think we're gonna have
this-
to kill this giant, and I think that maybe you should be up here for that, because it's coming for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely. You think it sees us?
Baldric peeks a little back over the edge. Does it see us? Is it coming for us?
It looks like it's headed your direction, but you're trying to tell by its eyes. You're not really sure where it's searching. The bird definitely doesn't. Is just kind of being guided by this creature.
Yeah.
His head's kind of on a swivel, kind of looking around.
Maybe he's not. Maybe we have a chance. Should we try to hide? Can we blend in a little with the landscape?
Can we? bushes?
So you have an invisible wizard, and then the two of you have just your clothing. I mean, I would assume you have your
Chris.
cold. Sure.
Theoretically, I could also
I'm gonna
cast
cast rope
invisibility.
trick. Ooh, that would work too.
I could cast invisibility. I think if I cast it at a higher level, I can get more
Get multiple people. Yeah.
Get us all, we just all stand there.
Very carefully.
If you don't move, you can't see you.
Kabris is able to kind of duck into a shadow and become the shadow, kind of invisible, and he is like in and under a ledge that kind of has an overhang, so he's able to kind of disappear from sight, which he does. But Diamor is a different story.
Diamor's not okay. Yeah, I can cast invisibility at a higher level and do. So second level, third would be 2. It has to cast at a 4th level to hit 3 people.
If that's the
Okay.
case, then maybe Anya should go try to see if she can suss out the ring, see if it's maybe in that nest.
Sure, just let us know if something happens and we can make a distraction up here and keep people from the nest.
Yeah, Anya, do you want to stealth in there? Go take a sneaky peek.
Sure.
Okay, I'll cast invisibility at a 4th level and tap Solara, Baldric, and Diamor.
Okay. All right, so you cast invisibility, and now I need all of you to make one more stealth roll, all at advantage, except for you, Anya, because you're kind of at a different part. So, Solara, Baldric, Calliope, make a stealth check at advantage. And now that they are actively looking, it's going to be against their perception, and I'm going to make a roll for him rather than their passive perception.
Roll the best. It's not
19.
possible. Okay, I got a 15. I'm not the most stealthy.
I'm rolling twice, once for the bird, once for the giant on its back. The bird rolled a nat 1.
I got 15 as well.
Okay, 2 15s. Lucky for you, the giant rolled a 12. And the bird rolled a nat 1. So they both kind of fly up. This creature, as Diamor disappears from sight and Cabris joins the shadows, both of its talons kind of stab into the side of this mountain. More rocks kind of stumble. And they kind of sit there for a second. All of you are invisible. Straight up like Lord of the Rings, the
Yes.
ring wraith is
Nazgul.
looking over the tree. You're all invisible, and you just hold very still. You all take a deep breath as this bird its head is like the size of you, kind of smacks its beak against a rock once or twice. Kind of like looks around as this giant is kind of sitting on the back, one hand on the saddle, another hand on its weapon with it, which is a giant morning star. It's just this long shaft with a chain and a spiked ball at the end.
Can I see if he's wearing a ring while he's up here and we're this close?
Sure, make a perception check.
Not the ring being on the cloud giant. You know, there's a reason it's called
That's a big ring.
Cloud Giant Strength.
The perception. $18.
18. It is dangerously close to you, so you can tell at this point kind of the more finer features about this creature. The bling, I guess you could say, that kind of sticks out to you is its belt. It has a giant leather belt wrapped around it, probably 6 inches in width, and the buckle kind of shimmers. It almost looks like it's made out of like a shiny sort of smooth stone. Kind of just a circle with a line going through it. So it got some etching on it. Not sure if it's magical or not. He does have some bracelets. One of them's like just a leather strap with a bunch of spikes on it. Some of the other bracelets are a little bit more jewelry-like rather than leather. Has a giant band around its arm. You're not sure if it's decorative or from a wound. And it has a necklace with a golden kind of medallion on it. The necklace itself is also spiked, and it looks like some giant kind of coin or a medallion, not really sure, on its neck. And then it does have adorned on its pinky 2 rings on its pinky, on one of its fingers, and another on his other hand. It does have a couple more rings. He's got some piercings, 2 giant hooped golden lip piercings out of its bottom lip like that, as he kind of looks around, but does have some rings on it.
No, with that, would I be able to tell if anything looks remotely like the water or the fire ring that we picked up?
You would have needed like a nat 20 to pick up that
Okay.
finite detail, or that specific.
That's fair. I mean, I still vote that we kill him and take all of his stuff.
Yeah. I don't have many giants, and I definitely don't have giant blood.
I don't have enough gold, and I have things I need to buy, so I vote we kill him and steal his things.
And if anyone wants to identify the creature that it's flying, any of you can make a nature check.
It's Paraton, right?
It
Oh,
is
it's in the
much
same
bigger.
family.
It's the creature that took Calliope is a giant Paraton, which means there's some sort of smaller Paraton that is out there.
16.
And this is even bigger than the giant Paraton. Okay, 16. Yeah, I'd say that's enough. This is a rock. ROC. They are giant bird creatures that fly high above the mountains. With a 16, you really know much else than that, other than its name. It's a rock.
I can tell you I don't like
It's a
him.
rock. Yeah, same family as what ended your life before. Switching back to Anya, you are trying to search the nest.
I have to go pee right quick while you're doing this. I'm so sorry.
Go for it. We'll get Anya's intel. So Anya, no stealth roll needed. These creatures have flown away from you and don't seem to be paying any mind to the nest. What do you want to do?
When you said it was a pirate ship, the size of a pirate ship, I was thinking there was an underneath. Is there an underneath at all, or no?
When I said the size, I mean like it's not a pirate ship. It's just like the length of it, but it's like a circle rather than a long oval. Like, so it's got. I mean, the nest itself has high enough walls to house these eggs. I would say the walls rise to probably about 10 feet all around. And it's just a circle of jagged wood and wagon wheels, ship masts, caravan, broken pieces of caravans, tarp.
Okay. Can I see where maybe this giant is sleeping? I guess that would probably be where I would assume.
Yeah, as you get closer, there is a cave, a massive cave with probably a 12-foot high opening that goes into the side of this mountain that leads right out into this nest. The nest is kind of perched on a cliff atop this mountain.
I'm gonna go in the cave.
Okay. You go in the cave. You see some animal carcasses, some fresh, some not. A lot of bones, just some of whatever this giant's most recent meal was. Kind of a makeshift, crude-looking fire pit where it more likely cooks its meals rather than uses the fire for warmth. Obviously, living at this altitude and this cold, it doesn't. You would get the sense that it doesn't really need to be that warm. But you know, will cook its creatures there. You see some other materials, I guess. Some rusty-looking weapons. A grinding stone that looks like he uses to sharpen blades. But other than that, I mean, he just kind of. It's a very crude-looking cave. Yeah.
Do I see anything shiny? I'm just gonna look. I'm just looking. Do I need a roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
A dirty little 20.
Oh my goodness.
Just checking something here real quick. Okay, you kind of do just a general search around this cave. You find a few things other than the bones of the carcass and the meat. There's also a tanning rack where it seems to be making its leather so that it can fashion crude-looking saddles to ride these rocks. Oddly enough, you see a mouse. Looks like a stone statue of the mouse, but it's the size of a mouse. It looks like it's been petrified, whether by magic or something. You just it's a petrified mouse. It looks like what's been torn from what the rocks would use to build their nest, and the kind of ships that they would take from. You see a black pirate flag. It's adorned with a dragon's skull and crossbones. It looks like it uses that for its blanket. Huge. You also find where did it go? A glass jar under this kind of cot that it sleeps in. Massive cot, by the way. Glass jar containing lard that has a label that reads griffin grease. You find this box under the cot. It's just a wooden box on it. If you want to open it up, you can. Nat.
I'll open it up.
Okay, you open it up. Luckily for you, not trapped. And inside it you find like a glass eye. There is a tiny little cage in it with no door. This box, by the way, is probably like no bigger than a shoebox. And a dead scarab beetle the size of your hand. Seems like it just kind of is a little collector of weird little knickknacks here and there. No jewelry, no gold, just weird little knickknacks.
It'd be so easy. Okay. I'm gonna take the griffin grease with me because I don't know. maybe
Gotta
I'll just,
replace the oil.
I'm gonna
the
take the
greenness.
glass eye. Yes, I'm also gonna take the glass eye because I just feel like Valdric would also like that. It's not teeth, but you know.
Okay, mark those down in
Tiny
your
little
inventory.
trinkets.
You kind of shove it into the bag of holding.
Running out of space.
Yeah, you might have to start like a note in your phone for inventory.
It has a giant page, I think, dedicated to it.
I've used the whole back of my sheet. That's my inventory.
Yep.
That's so much. I don't have that much shit.
What do you do next?
Well, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna, because it's. I feel like it's not down here, right? There's no other like really hidey holes.
Your dirty 20. You feel like you really scavenged the cave. There's not much to the cave.
All right. I'm gonna make a mental note of that pirate flag because I really like it, but I'm not taking it because.
Okay.
But I really like that, and I'm gonna commission someone to make it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get back on Tiernan.
All right. Going back to, are you flying then up, or are you just kind of what are you doing with Tiernan before we switch back to the other group?
I'm going to stay through the tow ring. The ring was not in the cave. What's going on up there?
And we switch back to the ladies. I think you all passed your stealth checks, or rather, I failed my perception. We'll put it that way. Nat 1 and a Nat 5 were my rolls. So what are you guys doing? They don't seem to notice you, but they're kind of just stuck in place. Talons have really dug in, maybe like 6 inches into the side of this rock face of this cliff.
I'm waiting for Anya, I think, to get up here, right? Before we take a swing? Or should we swing?
It. We got a surprise round on it, probably.
Yeah, if we hit him right now, we get a surprise round, right?
But Anya's also invisible right now, right?
Yes.
So
So
she
we
could...
could wait until she gets up here and still get if he stays.
And then
If he
we-
starts to move, we should attack first. But
Mm-hmm.
how far away is Anya from us at this moment?
Anya, are you just flying straight up to them?
I'm gonna try to still be stealthy up, but yes.
Okay. Xander and Xerxes are still kind of in their spot where they kind of found cover. And as they realize that the 3 creatures have flown up, they're kind of now working their way on the opposite side of the mountain peak. And kind of, there is still that one rock that's still kind of hovering around, so they're not moving too much. But you guys are invisible, so you can fly up a little bit, you know, being stealthy. And I'd say this nest to where your party is, probably about 200 feet. So you kind of serpentine your way up, and you guys are kind of close now. What do you want to do at this point? The rock and the giant that's riding the rock are kind of still just looking around. Giant seems to be frustrated as he takes his morning star and whips it against the side of the rock and rips out a huge chunk of rock as snow and rubble begin to avalanche down.
Okay, hold up. I am going to take an action against this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him.
I was gonna say, I was like, I magic missile his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with
Drop me. Let Tiernan drop me on his head.
I was about to say, it was like, you
Yeah.
need to get dropped off
Yeah.
because you can't fight on his back.
I want to cast. I don't really. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out the best thing to zap him with that's not gonna like drop him onto Anya, but you're not coming up like straight up underneath him either.
No, and then I'd get Tiernan to drop me probably like on his head or something. Oh no, he's flying the thing. Frick.
So I'll say, Valdrick, if you want to just do a solo thing to it, that will be a surprise round, but you won't need to roll or anything. You can do the thing, and then we would obviously start combat. If you guys wanted to coordinate something together, I would have you all roll one last stealth check to see if you get a surprise round. Basically, if you fail the stealth check, you don't get a surprise round in that round. You don't get a turn in that surprise round, but anyone who passes will get a turn. But you all would have to roll for it.
Do we all want to just attack him at the same exact time? We just
Sure.
unload into
And then we cut.
Yeah.
we just
We
attack
unload
and
into
then
this guy, roll for
cut the
initiative,
episode.
and cut until next week.
Cut the show. I'm done. That one means.
Let me see.
You know the one.
Okay. Do we all want to cast at him?
Sure. I'm down.
I'm dropping it.
Okay. The boys who do not have toe rings do not know this plan, so
That's
they.
fine.
Yeah, they're not gonna know that plan.
They don't have
They
to.
won't.
It's fine.
All right. Normally, I would just say, you know, since you're invisible, go ahead and automatic. But since these creatures are actively looking for something, there will be a contest here. So, let's go ahead and make the rolls. So you guys will be, you are all 4 of you are invisible. So, yeah, all 4 of you get advantage on this stealth roll. And I'm gonna make my roll.
So bad that was with advantage.
Gosh, my rolls suck.
Got an 18 on that one.
I got a 22.
Ooh. 22.
Anya?
27.
18, 22, 22, and 27. Okay. I got an 11 for the giant, a 15 for the rock, and the other rock has also joined the search at this point and is going to get to roll. Ooh, that one gets a nat 20 for a 24 total. But that was the solo one that's kind of been doing the fly around. So we'll say you all will get your surprise shot on this rock that has the rider on the back, and then the other rock will have a surprise shot against one of you. Not Anya because she got the 27, so it's going to be against one of the other 3 of you who got less than the 24, which is what he rolled. So let's do the surprise round, and then we'll cut there, and then next time we'll pick up with the start of initiative. Okay. So all 4 of you, go ahead and make your attack against. Are you aiming for the rock or the giant? I guess we'll start with Anya because she got the 27.
I'm trying to think. So the wingspan is 200 feet, you said.
Massive.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. How wide would you say the back of this? You called it a rock?
Yep. ROC.
Okay.
Rock.
Okay. How wide would you say the back of this rock is?
Probably 10 feet, just width, but length is probably like, I don't know, I'm trying to visualize this thing in my head. It could be anywhere, like the width could be like 10 to 20 feet, I want to say, and then the back could be like 80, 100 feet long from...
I've landed on much smaller things.
Wow.
I'm just gonna land, I want to land right behind
the giant.
the giant and just whoosh, stab him in the back.
Okay. This is a cloud giant, by the way.
Okay. I want to
all right.
land on the back of the rock and stab the cloud giant.
Okay. All right, go for it. And by the way, I think these surprise rounds, I don't think you get your full like bonus action, like all of that. I think it's just one attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to decide if extra attack applies for the surprise round. Actually, let me just Google that real quick. That's an interesting point of order.
You Google eyes.
What the frick? Oh my gosh, people bolding the word actually is peak like sweat.
Actually.
Like using bolding any word, bolding the word actually is crazy. I can't fathom it. I have to get off this Reddit. Hold on a second. That was crazy. I just got so triggered just in the 3 seconds that I spent. Whew. I'm so mad right now. Okay, I will say yes, you get your extra attacks without having to look up more actually Reddit posts from Sweatlords of the Coast.
Hey,
Sweat Lords of the
guys.
Coast.
For triggering my husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I hope you find this stupid YouTube. I hope you are one of my 11 views in the year 2032
I hope you see
on
this.
on this YouTube video. I hope you see it, you nerd.
You
There's a
nerd.
comment down below. Actually.
Yeah.
Our chat is just a full
Yeah,
log of
it's-
actually.
Yeah, it's only the actually.
Hey, you know
All
what?
the comments.
Every comment is just gonna give us more views, so it's fine. Keep them coming.
It's
Keep
the
'em coming.
it's the
Actually.
keyboard warriors that just just all the way down.
All right. Here's first attack. Nat 20. I kid you not. It's a nat
Stop.
20.
Okay. All right. Great. Roll damage.
Double
It's our first
damage, right?
combat in a while, Chris.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
I know. It's been a long time coming since the beach. Since the beach.
Oof. Don't remind me. No, I've been in a couple combats.
Okay, well, the rest of us haven't been in combat.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so I rolled double dice, right, Chris?
Yes, double dice and then add the modifier
Okay.
at the end. Don't double the
Okay.
modifier.
Okay. That's 20 damage.
Okay. 20 damage on the first
Wait.
attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Second attack is a 25 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay. 15 damage.
Okay.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Uh, 13 damage.
Okay. 13 damage. Alright. So did you dropped off the back of Tyrion to do this, right?
Yep. And then I told Tiernan to go get somewhere. He needs to go land.
Okay. So Tiernan, and you don't see this happen since you're both invisible, but you guide Tiernan as he kind of flies over top. Well, okay, so I'm trying to picture it. The rock is clamped into the side of this rock, probably at like a 90-degree angle. So Tiernan comes from above, swoops in, and at the last second turns, and you use Anya your heels to boost off the side of Tiernan and leap. As you do, you ignite your Sunblade and you stab into the back of this cloud giant 3 times for whatever amount of damage that you just did. 48 damage. And it is now the rock's turn. Getting a 24 in this surprise round. And since you got a multi-attack, the rock is also going to take a multi-attack. Everything's happening simultaneously, so whatever Valdric, Calliope, and Solara you're about to do, the rock is going to see that and attack the closest one. We'll say... Actually, it would probably make most sense to attack Tiernan, since Tiernan is the only airborne one at this time.
Tiernan is invisible.
Tiernan is...
I'm not invisible. Tiernan is invisible.
You... when you attack, do you break concentration on your invisibility spell?
That's not how it works in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I'm asking. I don't care how Baldur's Gate runs it. This is D&D.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think...
Googleized it.
Please hold.
This spell ends for a target that
Okay.
attacks or casts a spell. The target is who I made invisible, which was Tiernan. Tiernan remains invisible.
Okay,
I am no longer invisible. I
Fine.
attacked.
fine.
I'm a good mother, okay? I'm a good mother of dragons, okay?
Alright, it's going to attack one of the ladies on the ledge then.
Thanks.
1 or 2 it's Solara, 3 or 4 it's Valdric, 5 or 6 is Calliope. It was a 4, so Valdric.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to come after you.
Let me eat it. Let's go.
It sees you guys lining up attacks for its friend and heads right for you with its beak. Reaches out with its beak to bite you. Is going to be a 31 to hit.
What the fuck?
That hurts.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no joke. This thing is massive, by the way. The beak itself could open up and
Dinosaur.
easily swallow you.
Everybody wants
Like,
it.
I can't even. I still can't grasp like how big these things are. 200 foot. When I read that is crazy to me. 200 foot wingspan. So the damage you're gonna take. 28 points of piercing damage as it takes a bite out of you and then goes to smack you with its talons, trying to pierce you. Let's see. Ooh, that one's only a 19 to hit?
19 will still hit me.
19 will still hit. Okay.
Fortunately.
Damn.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Yeah. Okay. This one. This one you're going to take 21 points of slashing on that talon attack.
Ouchie.
And you, after you take your surprise attack, you're going to be grappled as it stabs you and picks you up and is now trying to carry you in its talons. So go ahead.
Enough first.
So those are its two. That's its surprise round. Valdrick, go ahead and do whatever you're going to do before you are grappled. So you're still concentrated on the one rock. So you have the choice of either hitting the giant on the back of the rock or the rock itself.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna hit the rock if he's coming at me.
Well, there's two. There's the one that's patrolling. That's the one that is attacking you. The other one is still clamped to the side of the cliff with the giant on its back.
I'm gonna attack the one that's
The one that's coming. Okay.
Yeah, I'll cast Shatter. I'll cast a Fatty Shatty, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast it at 6th level.
Oh my
And I'm gonna cast it right on the head of this rock.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a Charisma save, and if I'm casting at 6th, then it's 6d8. Because the damage increases by 1d8 for every level over 3rd. Is that right?
Yes, so 4 or 5. Yep, that's right. Let me just pull up Fatty Shatty really quick. I'm gonna shatter. I'm shattering. They're all down, all on the floor.
Shattering.
They're all on the
Shattying
floor.
right now.
We miss our days of Overwatch.
They're down. I got.
Okay, so it's a Constitution saving throw, unless Shatter is specific to the DOS loot.
It is not.
Okay, so if it's just one of your bard spells, I think it's still like your DOS loot is the spellcasting focus, but you still don't. I think we
retconned. I think I have it written incorrectly still then, but
okay.
It's gonna be up against my spell save DC, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 19, right?
That is at 19.
All right. So Constitution. Ooh, I rolled very high. It's a 28 for Constitution saving throw. So it takes half of that damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll 3d8 thunder.
I'm casting it. I'm upcasting it, so I'm doing 6.
Yeah. So that would be. I mean, you can either roll 6 and then half it, or you can just roll 3. However you want to do it.
So I rolled a 37, so that would be 18 and a half.
Yep. So everything's rounded down. So 18.
So 17.
It would be 18. 30.
18.
Yeah. 18 thunder damage. All right. And I'm trying to read about its. Okay, everything in a 10-foot radius. So that rock, that cliff face, is going to take some environmental damage. So good to know. And that's going to take the full 37 damage. But this guy is going to take 18. Alright. So that's it for you. You got Shatter. Who else rolled the 22? Alright, Clappy, go ahead. Do what you're gonna do.
I'm casting Fireball on the rock and the giant right in front of us at 5th level.
Okay, perfect. Is that a dexterity save for me?
Yes, that is a dexterity save.
Okay.
They are not resistant to fire damage, right?
You're not sure.
Well, I'm asking because I have a feat that if they are, I ignore resistant to fire damage, is why I'm asking.
Ah, okay, good to know.
She's smacking bitches.
Yeah. They are not resistant to fire damage.
Okay. That was the only reason I was asking.
Yep, understood. Dexterity saving throw, we'll go first for the rock, is a 10. That's got to be a fail. And then the cloud giant...
mine's an 18.
Okay. Cloud giant is going to be an 18 on the die. Plus 0 is
so
18.
he succeeds?
Yeah, the cloud giant does succeed, but the rock does not.
Bitch. Okay. And I will roll all 10 d6. 8, yeah, 6. Yeah. That was just a roll.
And then Solara, you're on deck, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Amber's got a smirk on her face. I don't know if she's looking at memes or if she's looking at a spell. If she's looking at a spell...
She's like, hee
So it's 35 damage total for
Okay.
the one who failed,
Okay.
which would be
17.
There we go, 17 half.
17. Yeah, so 35, and then the one who passed is only going to take 17. Okay. Bing, bing,
And-
bing.
I'm assuming anyone who was like friend in that pocket that fireball went off was protected, who was like Anya or Diamor or Cade.
Yes. What's the radius on Fireball? Is it 30 feet?
20-foot radius from the center point.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would say... I mean, either way, they're protected, but yeah, I mean, they're pretty close. I think they're a little bit farther than 20 feet, though.
Yeah, I know Anya's in there, so I want to make sure that she is protected and I'm not hitting her.
Okay. So, like an earthquake, this rock that they're gripped to begins to shake, and then a giant fireball shoots down from above from the tip of Calliope's wand. Shoot! Again on the back of this bird and the creature. Solara, bring it home for us.
I just, I have like a tried and true. Would any of these they're like creatures, right? They're not like human, like they wouldn't speak like common or anything like that, probably.
I mean,
or understand common.
So they're all creatures, but the closest thing to a human is the cloud giant. I mean, he's got humanoid features. He's just like a big human. So he might speak common. You're not sure. The rocks you would deduce probably don't.
All right, then I'm gonna try, and if it doesn't work, it's just a wasted spell. I'm just gonna try to cast Geos then on the cloud giant. If it can understand me, so that'll be up to the gods. But it'll have to make a wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, it's charmed by me.
Okay.
And basically, we'll do what but I don't.
Unfortunately, so I know we played this wrong one time. I think it was like last season. I think it's geese. The casting time is 1 minute.
I'm saying it is.
You can say Geos, that's fine.
Well, then can I start?
It would take 10 rounds to complete, but if you would want to, the casting time is 1 minute on this Giaz.
I see. Then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna cast Guiding Bolt on it.
I was
So
gonna
I'm
say, blast that bitch with Guiding Bolt, upcast that shit,
In his face.
and blast him in the eye. Aim for his eyeball.
Lined up. Okay.
I just started at a 4th level.
Okay. At the giant or the rock?
The giant.
Got it. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bean.
Yeah, I actually don't have anything pulled up. My bad. Okay. So it's a 19. I don't know if that would hit.
19 definitely hits the cloud giant. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll damage.
Yes, bitch.
Oh, how
She's
many
not no
pieces is
shadow
that?
heart around here. Shart who?
Ignice!
So it's
Ah,
4.
nuts!
It
She's
sounds like
like-
she's saying, I miss. And she does.
Because
I
she
miss.
does. Especially early game, she gets better towards the middle.
Oops. Sorry, I have to dig them out. 3, 4.
Oh, yeah, I sat here during Latte's turn and pulled out
Okay.
all of
12. Oops. Wait, what? 10. 10 plus 12 is 22. Yeah.
Correct.
15, 17, 18, 20, okay, 30.
30.
30.
Boom.
Radiant damage. Boom.
Alright.
Anya has advantage on the next hit. Boom.
Alright, a beam of a golden ball gets shot as Solara grasps her holy symbol of her shield. It glows with Kalimvor, and as this orange fireball dissipates, another quickly behind it is this golden beam of sunshine. Just clocks this cloud giant right in the side of the head for 30 points. And that is where we will end our session for tonight. And next round, or next session, we'll do some combat.
I feel like I am right now because I literally have 4 character sheets out in front of me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like
Yeah, she does.
basically a DM now, guys.
That's why I passed
She's
all
literally
of
a
my,
DM.
I passed all of my stuff to you guys so
I'm
that
chilling with
Too
just
much.
mine.
so I don't have to die.
It's great.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Well,
Well,
You're playing Baldur's Gate IRL right now.
Clappy, we'll get you a
Basically,
boyfriend.
here's my whole squad. 2 dragons and Xander.
Yeah.
What a squad.
Wow.
that was fun.
Um,
Until next
yeah,
time.
don't leave
Are
yet,
we
Amber.
playing
Real,
next week?
real quick. Next week is not happening because we're at camp. We'll be in South Carolina, me and Charlotte. So our next session will be 2 weeks from now, I believe. Is what's the date? The
Around those birthdays,
the
right?
24th
Sick.
is a Wednesday. So let's try to do a Monday or a Wednesday because that week when I come back, I'm playing hockey like every night. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm in a tournament /
hockey.
my other league. Yeah, it's a mixture of a tournament and the end of my league, so it's like every night. But so let's do a Monday or Wednesday, or else those are the only 2 nights. So
Sounds so good. I love you guys so much.
Love.
Good
yep.
night.
See you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.